Hi everyone, Friday fragrance, or Fragrance Friday rather, Fragrance Friday. I haven't done this sort of series before. I have obviously done some perfume reviews in the past, and they were accidental, and they were either new purchases or they were my favorites of the season, favorites of the year, whatever. And I haven't done perfumes for a long time, but today I wanted to talk about the three different perfumes by Chantecaille. I was given samples when I bought, what did I buy? I bought eyeshadows. Eyeshadows. I bought Elephant and Butterfly Discontinued. It was on sale. That was a couple of weeks ago now. And last weekend, I think we were all partially disabled because we just couldn't move, I think because of the heat. And but I did try them over, not that heat Monday, Tuesday, but last weekend as well. So I just tried, and I was trying to work out my thoughts and what kind of images it creates in my mind, and where my imagination takes me with these perfumes on me. So, and there is my sort of verdict. I probably will go back to Harrods and ask them to give me the others so I can do review. This one is quite interesting, and it's quite extreme, I would say, in terms of, one of them is definitely very interesting and two of them are not at all, and one of them is just not at all, absolutely not. So there are my thoughts. So the first one is Le Wild. Le Wild is, when I sprayed it first time, it was definitely wild, and I said, oh gosh, what a wild smell. I didn't see, it's a quite small box, right? And I didn't read that. I said, oh, interesting, very wild, very something there that hooks you, and you fly away into the forest, and you are there amongst all these interesting creatures, and there is something sweet, but that isn't sweet which takes over the crispiness of a green leaves, and that freshness, but it's earthy. I don't know how to explain that. It's very interesting scent. I even did a review on Chantecaille website today when I was just sort of preparing myself for this video. And first time, I didn't feel any gardenia notes here at all. I felt wild forest, deep forest, and I felt that I'm there in the depth of woods, and there is maybe a young beautiful witch doing all these sort of mixtures of herbs, and she is, dancing and singing with little birds and talking to little, squirrels or whatever. I don't know, that kind of like fairy tale thing. But it's not light and floral enough to be a little like a fairy scent. It's nice, young, beautiful, cheerful, happy, very kind, lovely witch. So that's how to me. But it's very unique scent because, and I think the combination of wild Brazilian gardenia and this crispy herbs, grass, basically grass smell, that is very well balanced. And I don't know what is the percentage. It's almost like 2 ingredients only. I'm sure there are more. There is jasmine as well. But this one, it's very, they struck a very right balance there, which is nice. Nothing overtaken. One ingredient doesn't overtake another, and the balance sits very well from start to end. Gardenia all the way through, but shy, wild, not the one that sits in the middle of a garden, massive white flower with dark green, beautiful, shiny leaves being watered and cherished and watered with Miracle Grow. No, it's self-made, wild, shy. She is so under overdone, if I can put it this way, under overdone, just to the right level, when it's so beautiful in its virginity, naivety, worldliness. I don't know how to explain that, but I hope you understand that. And that is not overly sweet, because gardenia is quite sweet. Jasmine perhaps compensates a little bit for that youth and sort of lack of experience, I would say, in if we're talking about gardenia as a young lady, for example. But that is a very right balance. It's lovely. I like that, and I'm considering. I wonder if I should buy that. The only one thing is there is some little bit of. I've been wearing this now for a couple of hours, and the only one thing is there probably is a little bit of a synthetic note. It's like stays on. Is something synthetic there. And I don't know if they use any synthetic at all. But I read description from the website, so it saves you looking. Bursting with the vivacious beauty of wild Brazilian gardenias, Le Wild brings a uniquely modern floral experience with its heady floral atmosphere and green crispness. Absolutely, green crispness that's a key. This bottle bouquet of intoxicating wild gardenias enlivens you with its uplifting intensity. It's true. It's so true that. Fresh, blooming bouquet of white florals, Le Wild captures and enhances the ethereal femininity of these addictive blooms. They are addictive. It's quite addictive. It really is. It's something, that's what I mean. When I try that, and my mind immediately, like in films, you see sometimes like people travel in time, and I'm in the forest, and I'm amongst all that beautiful, clean, greenery, and some flowers, and they are white flowers. So that was my first thought before I looked at the description. And then I looked at it and said, gardenia, that's right, that is gardenia, that's what makes it. But it's not gardenia that we used to, in a sense that we normally experience. The fragrance opens up with a captivating top of crisp gardenia leaves for added freshness and green floralcy. Is the word floralcy? Floralness, maybe, I don't know, and sets the stage for intoxicating heart. True. Blossoming Brazilian gardenia adds pure feminine floralcy, while Casablanca lily, there is lily, tuberose, and jasmine mingle for hypnotic scent. Yes, there is that, and there is also jasmine. I think jasmine adds on, is almost like uplifts the unexperienced gardenia to the level where she should be sitting, because she deserves that. I think that's how it's really lovely balanced. I love it. I really like that. Okay, the other two are not so interesting. So, but if you bother to watch further down, so please do. I should have really started with the others, but Frangipane on my right hand. Is not interesting for me at all. It's not something that I haven't heard before, or haven't smelled before. So it's sort of it balances. It says the bright and rich floral notes with warm, soothing, and grounding essences. Native to Peru and the West Indies, Frangipane was first discovered by botanist Frangipane when he landed on Antigua with the expedition of Christopher Columbus. So its gorgeous orange and pink blossoms offer what is known in many cultures as eternal perfume. The subtlety of the perfume is that it is blended very delicately with sweet exotic orange and violet leaves, water hyacinth and vetiver for freshness, jasmine, ylang-ylang, and generous amount of vanilla with a touch of musk for warmth. I think, personally, they overdone it with vanilla here, because it almost, I won't say it kills, but it certainly overtakes the notes of that freshness and wild, beautiful you know, even jasmine or ylang ylang. So certainly there is sweetness to it, like exotic orange. I don't know. I'm not sure that is a very successful combination of everything together. Maybe it's either something missing or everything is too much. I don't know how to explain that. So that's Frangipane. It's something, it doesn't really last long. What is left after an hour and a half wear, just under 2 hours, is something that, okay, smells like lotion, maybe, I don't know. It doesn't stay as, and it doesn't linger around as expensive scent would. So this one is interesting. And you know what, this one, this is Le Wild. It leaves with a little bit of something synthetic, perhaps, but it also smells as a gardenia when it's past its best blooming, blossoming time. But it also comes back with this woodiness, and that doesn't let it die. It's almost like it's been placed on that wood, some wood covered with some grass, maybe, I don't know, it's possible, but it certainly doesn't let it die. Here, I don't know, it's like nothing. It's I don't know. My opinion. Okay, and the third one I was given and I tried is called Kalimantan. So Kalimantan is here on this area, on my elbow. So to me, it smells as a jar of spices. From the start, opening notes are thyme and rosemary, something that we put on pork or what else. It's a mix with bergamot, and bergamot is something I love. Coffee with bergamot, for example, and it gives that sort of spiciness and maybe a little bit of woodiness and earthiness to the aroma. Whereas with thyme and rosemary, it just becomes spice. It becomes spice in a jar to me. So what they say, aromatic fresh top notes of thyme, rosemary, and natural bergamot introduce a heart of mystical incense, spellbinding, absolute, and signature Indonesian patchouli. I don't know about spellbinding. Simply because it doesn't feel mysterious enough. That may be more, funny enough, if there was a bit more green to it, greeniness in it, or greenery, but not Kalimantan. Grown in the shade of Mount Kinabalu in the Indonesian island of Borneo, also called Kalimantan. That's where the name come from. This patchouli, that's what it makes it. Yeah, has an elusive wine-like floral sweet top note, and that evolves into rich woody balsamic and earthy signature. Well, rich woody balsamic spice, that makes it like spice. Intensely warm and sensuous. Don't know about sensuous. I don't think so. It's quite common, actually. Kalimantan sustains the rich woody patchouli impression with base notes of vanilla, styrax, agar wood, which is very rare, cedar, and creamy sandalwood. Too creamy, and then it's becoming like a spice. It's just all together, because all the strongest notes that keep in together, they're all spicy notes, and they also very similar to one of the, and I can't remember the name of it, I need to find the name. There was a male eau de toilette or eau de parfum. Smells exactly like that, much cheaper though. I don't know. There is now, after 2 hours, now some sweet notes start coming up, and I don't know. To me, it's just too complex for its purpose. It's something that I think they're overdone with vanilla, certainly. vanilla and sandalwood. So when sandalwood, vanilla together, they become just spice to me. So yeah, it's extremely rare agar wood, they say, in luxurious scent, complements the lighter, warmer notes given by sandalwood. Is it too much wood? But there again, it's not wood. I think it's something that vanilla perhaps taken over and created its own stand in a spice jar of spices. Don't know if it makes sense. But this is certainly, it's, oh gosh, there was a scent, and it's not Old Spice, no, it's not. There was a scent that is very similar. It's quite spicy. There is a Hugo Boss for men, which had spiciness in it. I don't know which one of them. I think they're different, like different varieties. It reminds me of that. Something else. They were certainly, it's something I smelled before, nothing unique about it, nothing to write home about. That's what exactly I said in my review on Chantecaille website. I'm just being honest, and that's how I feel. I think they overkilled it with too many spices. Maybe there wasn't need for rosemary and thyme. Maybe not. Why including that? I don't know. It's obviously their choice and the creator choice. But something killed that exotic beauty there. Maybe too much vanilla. At the end, I feel like I'm smelling jar of spice with a little bit of perfume in it somehow. It's like strange. Anyway, so that's my view. And let me know what you think if you have any of this scents. So once again, it is, I'm gonna write it all down as I talk. The Wild, which is out of the three, is my favorite. Woody, green, gardenia, woody, floral. Interesting. And Frangipane, which is like a lot of everything and nothing at all. And they don't last. They're not long lasting at all. The longevity is zero. It's like really light. It's not. I had sprayed twice each of them over the last 2 hours, and it's a very, very, very light. Gardenia smells probably more interesting even at the end, but this is just like that men's eau de parfum with like spice something. So, and then Kalimantan, which is the one I just described. All right, my dear, so hopefully I'm going to do more of those Friday fragrances. It's a lovely way to finish working week, especially if you have intense working week. But the perfumes is something that takes you away from all these thoughts. And I wonder what you think. I wonder if you have any of this. What is your opinion? There aren't many reviews on the website. This Kalimantan I was doing the second review only, and it's chantecaille.com. So I was surprised actually. They gave me this. I said, "What's that?" I thought, I don't know what it is, lotions or something. Testers, too small. She said, "There's perfumes, and there are quite a few." I didn't even know that Chantecaille do perfumes. I thought it was just skincare and makeup, but so they do, and I think there is probably about maybe 8 at least different scents. So I might pop in there, not this weekend, but maybe over the next couple of weeks and see if I can get the others and do the same review. In the meantime, I will be wrapping up. I still have to do, I've got Gardenia by Chanel. Not a full bottle, it's a sample I need to do, and also chat to you about Dior current change. Well, they're not current changes. Changes happened just around Christmas time, I think, when Francis Kurkdjian has taken over from François Demarche, I think it was Demarche, who was the director for perfumes at Christian Dior for a long time, and talk about that kind of change and little expectations from that, and also talk about what changes they make to Privy collection, which is interesting to hear. And we talk about Eau d'Ispahan, Bois d'Argent, and Tabacola. 3 absolutely beautiful scents to me. I love them all. They're different, but talk about that as well. But that's probably will be next Friday now. All right, you have a lovely weekend, and I see you very soon. Bye.